Students, welcome again to Jigyasa Educational. I am Kulesh Chandra from Jigyasa Educational. Today I am going to give you the answers of some important questions of the chapter of English text class 9, that is the fun they had. Let's start now. The first question is, what did Margie write in her diary on the page headed 17th May 2157? On the page headed 17th May 2157 of her diary is written here. It is missed in point, it is written first. So what happens? On the page headed 17th May 2157 of her diary, Margie wrote that Tommy had found a real book that day. Here, real book means a book printed on paper. Question number 2 is, when did Margie write in her diary? Today, Tommy had found a real book. Here, the Tommy spelling is wrong. It is corrected. It should be Tommy. T-O-M-M. You may write also Tommy had found. According to the book, our sentences, today Tommy found a real book. So answer will be Margie wrote in her diary, today Tommy found a real book on 17th May 2157. Next question is, question number 3. How was the book that Tommy found? Tommy found a real book. It was mentioned by Margie. So how was that book found by Tommy? So okay, what happens? The answer will be that book that Tommy found was very old. Its pages were yellow and crinkly. See the meaning of the word crinkly, with many holes and lines. There are many holes and lines on the book, on the pages of the book. And the words of the book stood still instead of moving. That means the words of the books are still. That means still means not moving, not without making any sound. That is still. We are giving here the meanings of the important words. So keep on watching on the screen. Next question is, what did Margie's grandfather once told her regarding all kinds of books? Margie's grandfather, the answer will be, Margie's grandfather told her that when he was a little boy, his grandfather told him that there was a time when all stories were printed on paper. The information was given by Margie's grandfather to her. That information was again given by Margie's grandfather's grandfather. So what happens? He told that that his grandfather told him that there was a time when all stories were printed on paper. So what happens? The information was Margie's grandfather's grandfather, and it was conveyed to Margie by her grandfather. So Margie's grandfather told her that when he was a little boy, his grandfather told him that there was a time when all stories were printed on paper. That means he referred to all forms of books which were printed on paper. What funny things did Margie and Tommy discover when they turned the pages of the book? We are here asked what the funny things that Margie and Tommy saw when they were turning the pages of the book that Tommy found that day. When Margie and Tommy turned the pages of the book, they discovered a lot of funny things. You can say awfully funny things. A lot of. The words stood still instead of moving. They were supposed to move on a screen. They had also found the same set of words on the page that it had when they read it for the first time. So what happens? When they turn back to the page before, what happens? They discovered an awfully funny thing. What is that? Is the words were stood still. The words stood still instead of making movement. In a computerized screen or mobile screen, what will happen when you read a e-book? You will find that there is a movement of the on the screen, and as well as also movement of the words. But in a book made of paper, printed on paper, you will find the same set of words on a particular page. So they discovered that the same sets of words were there. The words were what happens? The words were still there without making any movement. So that is the funny things that they discovered. What according to Tommy had a million of books and had space for plenty more. According to Tommy, their television screen had a million of books and had space for more such books, plenty of books. So what happens? You can say plenty more space for plenty more books also, but plenty of books. Right, like that. You can use the same phrase here. Plenty more and have space for plenty more. Space for, you can write also plenty more here. Next, come to the next question. The next question is, how old was Tommy? Tommy was 13 years old. How old was Margie? Margie was 11 years old. Who read more telebooks, Margie or Tommy? Tommy read more telebooks than Margie. Here, telebooks means a book made available in text on a television screen or computer screen, which you can read on the screen of a computer or television. That kind of book is called telebooks. Where did Tommy find the old kind of books? Tommy found the old kind of all kind of books on the attic of their house. Here, the book means the old kind of book. The old kind of book. All kind of books on the attic of their house. Attic means a space just below the roof used as a storeroom. That is attic. In the attic of it means it is not on the attic. It should be in the attic of their house. Found the books, all kind of books in the attic. The question may be asked in this manner also. Where did Tommy find the book printed on paper? Tommy found the book printed on paper in the attic of their house. Our next question is, it is about a quotation. What's it about? Who said this and to whom? First question is, we have four questions, set of four questions. One is, who said this and to whom? Number two, what did the speaker want to know about? That means, what was the thing that the speaker want to know about? Next question is, what did the listener reply? And what was the speaker's reaction on hearing this answer? So let's come with the first question. Our first question was, who said this and to whom? That is, Margie said this to Tommy. This is the answer of the first question. Now come to the second question. The second question was, what the speaker want to know about, or what was the thing that the speaker want to know about? Answer will be, The speaker Margie want to know what the
Tommy found deal with.
subject matter that Tommy found deal with. That means on what subject matter was the book written that Tommy found, the book that Tommy found written. The speaker want to know what the subject matter of the book that Tommy found in their attic. What did the listener reply? Here listener is Tommy. So what did Tommy reply then? Come to the answer. The answer, the listener, Tommy replied. You can add the phrase, the listener here. The listener, Tommy said that the book was about school. He informed Margie that the book was written on the topic of school, about the subject matter of school. The fourth question was, what was the speaker's reaction on hearing his answer? When she heard the answer of Tommy that the book was written about a school, what was her reply? What did the speaker reply then? And the answer of the fourth question will be, the speaker Margie was very much surprised. She asked what there was to write about school. She also had told that she hated school, and Margie has a lot of hatred for the this type of school. So she expressed that she hated school. Now come to the next question. Who hated school? Margie hated school. What was Margie's reaction when Tommy said that the book was about school? We can answer this question like this also. In the previous question also, same question, almost same question is asked. So Margie was scornful to know that the book was about school. Book means the book that Tommy found. You can add the clause there. She asked what was there, what there was too. So as it is a complex sentence, what there was. What there was to write about school. She also said that she hated school. So here you will find the word scornful. Scornful means hateful, contemptuous. So students, let's come to the end of this part of video, and we'll try to give you some more questions from this chapter hereafter. Till then, I want to say goodbye. Thank you very much for listening our videos. Hope to meet you again in our next video.